All right, everybody, we are back. This is the Late Returns Film Review Podcast. This is the show we talk about our old school movies we enjoyed when we were kids, back in the 80s and 90s. This is where we hired out these movies at the local video store. And it's Late Returns because we're so into these movies. We kept them overdue. Probably lost our membership at the video store or didn't want to pay the fine, so we joined the next video store up the road until we all ended up at Easy Video in Mount Albert. But no, man, it's good to be here on the Late Returns Film Review. We are going to do another movie from 1987, directed by Paul Verhoeven, sci-fi from old Detroit. So, all the way from Ranui, the man that will never buy anything for $1. Eric, what's up, man?
Yeah. What's up, bro?
How's it going?
Yeah, it's been alright. It's been okay.
Yeah, man, it's good we're here, man. We're here to talk about Robocop. We just recorded. Me and you, Eric, we recorded. I haven't even put it up yet. We recorded a review of the John Wick spin-off movie Ballerina.
Yep.
It's in the books to the edit. I gotta edit that up and throw it up, but that'll be coming up on the Channel 135 podcast.
Sweet.
Soon, next few days. But man, we are the Late Returns Film Reviews. Follow us on our social media. We are on Spotify. You can listen to us, and also on our WesWes Movies and TV YouTube channel. And also find all the rest of our content on the WesWes Network website, weswesnet.com.
All over the place. Damn.
Yeah. All right, man. Damn, this movie. I want to start with, what does this movie mean to you, Eric?
Man, it's one of my great movies.
Yeah.
Like the ones the one you keep on watching over and over again. Like I just finished watching it, and I still reckon it's one of my top movies.
Yeah.
Even to this day.
You reckon top 3 or top 5, top 10?
Probably top 10.
Right.
It's up there. Yeah, no, it's an awesome movie, eh? And like being an adult right now and watching it again, like now that I understand the story, like not when I was young, all I was just watching was the action.
Yeah.
And the gory parts of it. This is probably I think one of the first movies that got me into the dark sense of humor of things, and the gory stuff. Like the nightmarish, like ugly kind of stuff, and the violence, because this one of those hardcore movies back in those days. And I think I watched this when I was I don't know if I was still in intermediate or I just started college. Because
came out in 87, so we would have been 9 years old.
Yeah, no, I think I watched it when I was a bit older. I knew I didn't watch this when I was that young, because my parents wouldn't let me watch it. So I think I would have been around about 13 or 14 when I did watch this movie. But there's an uncut version, eh?
Yeah, it's on. It's the version that's on Prime TV.
Oh, true.
That's the director's cut. Yeah, so we're pretty lucky to have it.
It sits with me up there with Star Wars, eh?
Oh yeah.
It's around about that same time frame. It's not like Conan the Barbarian or like Star Wars. It was totally different. It was on its own kind of thing. Because you know how violent it was, and yeah, it was kind of weird. Like, especially with those have those commercials.
Yeah.
That was what made it weird for me when I was younger, because I didn't understand what that was about. But now that I get it, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. For me, man, this movie is up there too, man. And I think it's probably my top 5, Top 5 movies. It'll be my top 10 movies in science fiction. But you're right, man. It's science. It's sci-fi. It's but it's here on Earth in the future, and we got a Robocop sort of superhero. I was into superheroes and all that. I was collecting comics at that time, so I was always into this kind of stuff, And I remember, because my dad used to buy the newspaper every day, and it was the Auckland Star back then.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the Auckland Star? So we had the Auckland Star and the Herald going at the same time, but we weren't a Herald family. We were the Auckland Star family. So every time the newspaper comes in, I always grab it, go straight to the back page, where all the movies are.
Yeah, that's right.
And Henderson and Newland wasn't there. It was the Henderson, Point Sheriff. Those are the two movie theaters. And then you got downtown, the Civic and the Odeon and all that kind of stuff. But man, I remember when I opened the page and I see this big black and white poster at the back of Robocop, the Robocop movie. And I was like, what the hell is this? Who's this? Robocop. And I was like, excited as, man, because I saw this picture. It's the poster, the poster where he's just coming out of the car.
Yeah, yes.
It's got Robocop down the bottom and he's just, man, I thought it looked so cool, man. And, I just wanted to watch it, Wanted to watch it. And it's funny because I remember seeing the diamond and the R. So it was like, it wasn't like,
right.
Ask my dad to go watch Star Wars or Return of the Jedi, the movies, because it's PG. But when I saw that R, I was like, damn, it must be, I can't watch it because old enough.
Yeah. I think I watched it on VHS.
Yeah.
You remember that same person you're talking about? That's what got me into it as well. Because I saw it at the video store. It was a cutout. And, it was around about the same size as me.
Yeah.
So I walked in and I was like, who the fuck's that? Like, who the hell? I said, fuck, this guy looks mean.
So, man, you could say it like I was obsessed with that image at the back of the paper. I think I cut it out too.
Oh,
but, man, just the words Robocop, like a robot cop.
Yeah.
And then, the video store, you see other stuff like there was Maniac Cop. Remember that one? There was Maniac Cop, but this was like Robocop.
The big stocky.
Maniac Cop was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Evil, like horror. But this one was Robocop,
I remember that poster too. It was kind of like, his face looked distorted or something.
Yeah,
and
man.
he was quite big.
And like I said, man, I was kind of getting obsessed with this Robocop, and really wanted to watch the movie, but I knew because of the R rating, I wasn't going to go to the movies to watch it.
Man.
I remember my older cousins, they went to watch it because they were old enough to go, and they used to tell me. And I used to ask them, like, man, what did you see Robocop? What happened? And they'll just say all the best parts. So that I knew about, they talked about the part when Emil gets run over by the car when his skin is melting. They'll talk about that bit all the time. So I was like, damn. And when it finally came to the video store, that's when you look at the back, it's got that picture of Emil, and his skin's all melted. I don't think I hide it out. I don't think for some reason, but it did come on TV too.
Did it?
So I actually first watched it on TV and I recorded it.
Oh,
I recorded it. But it's TV, they cut heaps out,
Yeah.
They'll cut out all the swearing.
Especially in those days.
In those days, they'll cut out all the gory bits. So I actually first watched the TV version.
Oh.
So I actually recorded it. So it's funny because when I hired it out, like later on, it was a different movie, man, because they cut so much out.
Yeah.
That, man, I was watching all the stuff they cut out, all the gory bits. So
yeah.
Totally different movie experience there.
I think I remembered the TV version, but I already saw the VHS.
Yeah.
But I was a lot older. I knew I wasn't that young. So I would have freaked out for days if I was.
I loved Robocop because it was like a superhero, right? But it was violent too.
That kind of violent, like how violent it was. It was like, whoa. I've never read or seen anything that violent before.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw Conan in that, but that Robocop took violence to another level.
Yeah, that's
holy
right.
Shit.
Such a cool movie, man. I loved it. I love the superhero vibe it had. I love the violence. I love the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
Story. It took me back to when I was. But it's funny because there's a lot of stuff you don't understand when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And you watch it like the corporation of OCP and how evil they are, but that's corporate America, right? It's also the movie is also a satire. So as a kid, you don't really understand the politics going on, like what the message is, what they're trying to say in real life.
Yeah.
So I guess in the 80s it was the time of Ronald Reagan and the time of Wall Street was coming up, and corporations were coming up, and greed is good, and all that kind of stuff from Wall Street was happening in real life. So having a corporation like OCP being the bad guys, that was like a protest, right? A lot of these movies were coming out and making the corporations the bad guys, and I never, you don't think about that when you're a kid, but you understand it now when you watch it back, man. But as a kid, I loved it because, like you said, the action, how violent it was, just the superhero vibe Robocop had, the heroicness he had.
Yeah.
Him struggling to find his humanity again. Like, he's a robot, but then he sort of tries to get his memory back, reminded of his family. So you kind of relate to all that kind of stuff too.
Like being fans of like things like Transformers, that's another robot program. But and was the other one? I think the first robot thing I watched was Voltron. And then Transformers.
Yeah.
So being big fans of those, and then this guy comes along, and I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So
you're right.
Kind of right. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this, and then find out it's really violent. It's like, oh shit.
And plus, we're all used to these action movies with Van Damme and Arnold and Sylvester Stallone, along comes Robocop, and we don't know this guy. Peter Weller, he plays Robocop.
And even Robocop's got one-liners too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like, Arnold, I'll be back.
So it's kind of the first character that's sort of headlining this film rather than the actor. Because, like I said, it's not Arnold, it's not Sylvester.
Yeah.
At that time, and it's just a unknown guy.
Yeah.
Peter Weller, where we haven't seen anywhere else. But he fits the part, because he's a small dude.
And he's not like a normal hero, muscles and...
Yeah, that's right. Well, he didn't need to
six-pack abs.
He's in the suit, right?
Yeah,
exactly. He's a cyborg, right? So it's all about the character of Robocop rather than the actor. But it's funny because I did, when I was doing my research around the film, they actually picked Peter Weller because of his jawline. Because they knew they're going to only see his mouth. So they needed an actor that have a good jawline, a good mouth.
Even
to fit
Arnold
the part of Robocop. And Arnold's small. He needed to be small too because the Robocop suit is massive.
Yeah, true that.
So, they didn't want a big... If Arnold was in that suit, it would be like massive ass, man. You want to fit the party.
He'll be bigger than the Terminator.
Yeah. Peter Weller's in this film. We haven't seen him before. Ronnie Cox, the president of OCP. Not the old man, the second in charge.
The vice president,
yeah. The vice president. So we know him from, he's Detective Bogomil on Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, that's
Beverly Hills Cop movies. And
I remember him on Total Recall as well.
Yeah.
Kind of playing the same kind of character too.
Yeah, because Total Recall is also directed by Paul Verhoeven.
Yeah.
And he liked Ronnie Cox's performance on Robocop. He got him to be the bad guy on Total Recall as well. So
kind of playing the same character.
Yeah, but it's funny because with Ronnie Cox, that was his first time playing the bad guy, and he enjoyed it because he was sick of playing all these good guys in other movies and all that kind of stuff.
You can kind of tell too. He wasn't the only, I think, person that was enjoying his role. The henchman.
Clarence.
Yeah,
the guy that plays Clarence.
That's right.
Kurtwood Smith. He's on that '70s show, The Dad.
Yeah.
But this was his first big movie. So he was doing small bits before Robocop, and he got this part as the bad guy. So this is his first big role, and he just took off from there. He came in Rambo 3 as one of the generals.
Oh, yeah.
That told Rambo that Colonel Troutman he'd taken by the Russians.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job on this as a bad guy, and it was cool because he improvised most of his lines too.
Yeah, and he was like a different kind of bad guy because what made me crack up about him was his bald patch.
Oh yeah,
he was going bald in the middle. I was like, what kind of bad guy is this? But then when he plays the character, I was like, when I was young, I was like, holy shit, this guy's scary.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Nah, you played a good bad. I don't know if he played another bad guy anywhere else, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't really see him in any other movies.
Mm.
But yeah, he did really good on the show. He was a kick-ass bad guy.
Then you got Nancy Allen, who played Lewis. She's in one other famous movie, Dressed to Kill. Yeah.
Dressed to Kill?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've seen that.
Brian De Palma movie. Came out in 1980.
Damn.
That's a bit of a cult film, too.
Yeah. Even the main guy that plays Robocop, Peter Waller.
Yep.
The only other movie I can remember him in is the recent Star Trek movie, Into Darkness or something, because he acted as one of the Federation captains.
Mm.
They kind of went a bit psycho about protecting the universe.
Yeah.
And it was on the Federation side as well. He did a good job in that. I like his voice. Like, he's got that real manly, deep voice. And I think his voice was used for Batman as well.
Oh, yeah.
One of the animated Batman movies. But
yeah, he hasn't been like that star, like action star guy, eh?
Yeah.
Bit of a dramatic actor. But yeah, he suited that part, I thought. He suited that part.
Yeah, he did.
This movie came out in 87, man. If you listen to our last podcast, man, we listed some movies that came out in 1987. That is a good year for movies, man.
I know Lethal Weapon came out.
No, Arnold had 2 movies that year. It was Predator and Total Recall.
Shit. Man, that's one of the solid movies. It's up in my top 10 as well. Both of them.
Yeah.
Total Recall.
Yeah, there's a few, eh?
Beverly Hills Cop, Dirty Dancing. Man, Dirty Dancing is one of my favorites.
Lethal Weapon came out. Untouchables.
Yeah. La Bomba. Lethal Weapon was another one of my favorites as well. Beverly Hills Cop. Oh man, the jokes on there are crack up. And Predator.
This film is also directed by Paul Verhoeven. He's a Dutch director. He goes on to make a whole bunch of movies with extreme stuff, eh? Like extreme sex, extreme violence. He does Basic Instinct, and he does Starship Troopers.
I think that's what he was known for, eh? His extreme violence, and he takes it to another level.
Yeah.
Because I remember one of his other movies, Showgirls.
Oh yeah,
Showgirls. Like, oh my gosh! Like when I first saw that, I was like, oh my gosh! And then one of the other funny ones, like Robocop with the commercials, Starship Troopers.
Mm.
It's like Beverly Hills 90210, but they're fighting against aliens.
Yeah. Well, that's funny because Starship Troopers, they use the context of the TV ads, eh?
Yeah.
The breaks, TV breaks.
Kind of their same kind of sense of humor.
Yeah, that's right. And you know that was a decision made after the film was shot, after Robocop was shot. They'll add all these ads here and there just to give the context of the time.
Yeah.
It can be funny, eh? Like there's that game Nukem, Nukem game, like
yeah. I didn't
it's like
understand
battleships, but it's like holograms of explosions in your house, eh?
Yeah.
When you play it.
But it was funny, like just saying like what Afghanistan or something is attacking me, and then the dad goes, "Okay, I'm gonna destroy you all." And I was like, "What is it?" Just like holy shit!
And then the robot heart from Yamaha.
Yeah, that's right. Does something 9-point blah blah blah.
Yeah,
sounds like a car engine.
Oh, and the new car they've got the 6000 SUX.
There was, I think,
6000 sucks.
These ads are crackle.
Yeah, so that's Paul Verhoeven. Oh, I'm actually a fan of his movies, eh? Because he does outside the box stuff.
Yeah.
And it's visual too, so there's probably stuff he'll try and put stuff on camera that or show, or he's an artist, right? So all the stuff he shows on camera, or the stuff that comes through his film is probably different ways of shooting or different ways of interpreting the story.
Yeah, he made one of my favorite. I think it was Hollow Man, the Invisible Man.
Oh yeah. With Kevin Bacon, eh?
Yeah, he made that like an eye opener for me. I was like, oh my gosh, I never thought of an Invisible Man doing stuff like that. Eh? Fuck, I was
Did you want to be an Invisible Man?
Yeah, well, I remember the old Invisible Man movie. I think it was done in the 70s or something. Yeah. But it was nothing like the Hollow Man, bro.
Well, if you think about Hollow Man, that's realistic, right? If you're invisible, what's the first thing you're going to do? You can be one of those.
I didn't think of that.
Man.
I was like, what the hell, man? Fuck,
Peeping Tom dudes, eh?
There's a peeping Tom, man, bro. That guy was hardcore. Like shit, the director, man. I didn't even know he did Basic Instinct as well.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was a man. Talk about switching legs.
Yeah. Robocop, man, that's such a good film, man. And I actually like part 2.
Yes,
as well.
Me too.
And I like part 2 even more when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
But if I watch it now, it doesn't really stand up.
Nah, it
Part
doesn't stack up to part 1, eh?
Yeah, but you know, I've noticed that when I watched it now. But back then, I love part 2.
Yeah, it was the shit.
Because again, I think it's all about the action there.
Man, I just like the way he came and his gun. Just turned the gun on his arm. I was like, whoa.
And just the TV screen in his face.
Yeah, how it comes
TV
up.
screen. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And it was written by Frank Miller too. So
yeah,
but the only thing that killed it for me was that kid. That wasn't realistic, eh?
At the time, I was like, whoa, kids can be like that. But you know, when you grow older and you understand how the world works, nah, a kid can't be like that.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, how can he run? How can he be one of the henchmen?
Yeah, that was pretty stupid, eh, that part.
So I was like, oh, but that whole movie was pretty out of it too. Pretty effed up.
But I honestly say, because I watched this on Tuesday. I watched Robocop on Tuesday. And man, I got a better appreciation for it, eh?
Bro, I think this is probably because I watched it today, but I've watched it earlier, I think, in the year. Every year, I think I at least watch it once or twice.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's a good movie, man. No, that's a good movie. This is a good movie, man.
I just see it and then, I must well watch it again.
Because it's different. And I think what it is, it's the violence and the language they use stands out. Because the dialogue's pretty good if you think about it. It's pretty updated if you think of the dialogue that comes out of like Cobra or even Commando in some ways. The dialogue that comes out of Robocop stands up now. And we'll probably discuss that when we get to the quotes of the movie. Yeah, I think why I like Robocop, the first Robocop, is because it introduced me to levels of movie making, like, you know, the extreme violence, or having that extreme violence within a world, a sci-fi world or a future that's dirty and scary and dangerous, and you got these bad characters. And it's not just one bad guy, but it's
multiple.
It's two bad guys. It's the corporation. That's something different, you know. And then you got the street bad guys like Clarence and his crew. Then you got the corporation, right, with Dick Jones, and that's just a different dynamic. And plus, Paul Verhoeven, how he's like an asshole. You know, you get these different kind of characters on different levels of bad. And then you got a guy like Murphy, who's just a normal dude, you know, normal dude. He's got a partner. His partner Lewis, she's the normal partner. Chews a bubblegum. So you relate to them straight away, and you feel sorry for him when he gets shot and all that kind of stuff, and he turns into Robocop, and then you're like, yeah, as a kid, you're like, yeah, he's back for revenge, and he's a badass, and he's taking down crime like Superman did, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I thought part 1 had everything as a kid that you would want to see, even though we didn't understand all the deep stuff. We didn't have to, because the visual stuff was there, and we're just captivated by I'm gonna say it, by the violence too, because it's like, wow, we never seen anything like that before.
Yeah. I think the appreciation for the story side of things came in later in our years, because man, I liked it even more after I kind of understood it a bit more.
Because it's a deep movie. It's a deep movie. It's about the humanity part of it. You know, he's a human and he's just trying to get his humanity back.
Yeah,
he's like a robot. Like, he does what he's told, and he does robotic things. And you know, when he gets a glimpse of memory back, like, he tries to understand, finds out where he's from, and all that kind of stuff. So
it's kind of like the first cyberpunk type sci-fi movies out there, right?
Yeah, that's right. Especially at the scene with those two guys trying to rape that girl.
Fuck, that was out of it, man.
Yeah.
Straight to the point, hey? He doesn't muck around. That's what I like about this character.
Before you head to the categories, bro, we'll talk about cultural impact of this film.
Brr.
The time of its release. So, for me, I think I touched on it a little bit. I think of the way I am, or how I was as a kid, just reading a lot of comic books, loving superheroes. I love Superman, love Spider-Man. Like, and he's a cop, he's a robot. He's taking down crime, and he's a badass. And firstly, for me, that appeals straight away. And just that picture in the back of the Herald or back of the Auckland Star that I saw, like, that just captivated me, man, and I was obsessed.
I can't forget that cutout at the video store, bro. It was massive.
Yeah, and you get the cutout.
The blue and the red coming out of that. The police colours and stuff.
Yeah.
But, the light reflecting off his body. I was just like, damn, that's so mean.
Even 8209. 8209 was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I remember
8209. When I look at him now, when I see it now, his front head, it looks like a car.
Yeah.
And it's funny I said that because I actually had a look up on with Robocop and that, and he was based on the muscle car.
Oh.
The Robocop, the actual robot thing, it was based on the muscle car. And I think 8209 was kind of similar.
Looks like a big microphone.
Yeah. It's just that front part with the kind of like dinosaur type thing in the front. Yeah, it looks like one. I forgot the car, but it has a similar thing.
Also spawned a spacey game. So I remember going up to Amusement Castle to play the Robocop game.
The old school Robocop game.
Old school Robocop game.
Yeah, the 2D 1A when the first stage is like you're in the city.
Yep.
And you could. The thing I liked about that game was how you could just jump up and because the character could turn around and shoot in different directions. I was like, oh, that's fun. I've played the latest Robocop game. It's pretty close to the movie.
What was it?
The targeting system, how he goes, once you hit the target, you just push the button, bro, and the man shoots him.
Bro, that 2D game, when there was that Amusement Castle, man, I always played it late until I clocked it. I clocked it late, so I was pretty happy with that. Every time I played it, I just clocked it.
Fuck,
it took me ages to do.
I couldn't even get past the first stage.
Well, that's when the guy off the chainsaw jumps up and down around. But you've got you can just shoot like angle up and 45 degrees.
That's what I was talking about. You know how you could jump up and you could how you would shoot and they will go like in an angle and then you can like kind of jump up and
that's right.
Shoot all over the place.
So you got to beat the guy off the chainsaw. This is the stage one. The stage one mother is the chainsaw guy, and then it's 8209. He shows up, and you gotta jump up and down. That's how you do it. You jump up and down and shoot. You shoot down and shoot up. You jump, shoot down.
The mother. Stage one mother, man. Shit, I couldn't even get past.
But what's cool about that game? Like the music.
Yeah.
The actual music from the Robocop movie.
Yeah, it was the actual score.
Yeah, the score. That's a mean jam. I would watch the movie on Tuesday, and when the theme song came on, like Robocop song, I was singing it, man, because I remember, because that's the game, that's on the game, man. I remember like,
holy shit! Oh man, yeah, I remember that game. I could never beat it. I was like, fuck it, I'll go back to Ninja Turtles.
So there was the game, spawned a sequel, Robocop 2, written by Frank Miller. Comic books. There was a Robocop versus Predator.
Yes, I remember that. A Robocop versus Terminator.
Yeah, Robocop versus Terminator. Comic book. Man.
Toys.
Toys.
I got the...
Did you?
I think I got a Robocop gun, but that was ages ago. That was... Fuck, I don't know what happened to it. I think my cousin stole it when I went to Avondale.
Yeah.
To my family there, and then I lost it. And I was going around going, what is one of the lines he was saying? Come with me or there'll be trouble. Or something like that. Fucking, I lost that gun, man. I love that gun.
I didn't have any toys. But nah, man, I played the game, man. That was cool.
Yeah, me too. The comics, the toys. Man, I think I had a Robocop T-shirt along
I
with
want
my
a, I
Star
want
Wars
a
one.
Robocop t-shirt. I want a Robocop t-shirt. It also spawned a reboot or a remake,
Oh,
which sucked.
fuck, bro.
I watched that. You know, right now I couldn't even tell you what happened, man. Right now,
Yeah, neither.
I couldn't even tell you what happened.
The only thing I could remember from that movie was how he looked at himself, and all there was left was his lungs, eh? The lungs and his head and his hand.
Don't know.
The lungs, his head and his hand. That's all there was left. I was
Yeah,
like, holy shit.
nah.
But other
Dunno.
than that, it was sucked.
Robocop 3 came out, and that was just what happened there. Just sucked.
Yeah.
He's fighting those ninjas, and Peter Weller, he wasn't there. Eh?
Nah, it was a different person.
He was a different guy. But Lois was there. She was still there.
I
But
think she
wasn't.
died.
Oh, she
I think
died in the beginning. Eh?
Yeah, she died in that one. And the other lady became like the new Lois.
Shit.
She was working for, I think she was working for OCP at the time. But then OCP gets taken over by that Japanese corporation.
Oh, the ones with the ninjas.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because during that period, if I remember correctly, on the automotive side of things, Japan was kind of taking over in America with all their stuff like Nissan, what was the other one? Toyota and all them.
Yeah.
Bringing all their goods into America at the time. They were just flooding the market with all their cars. I think that program was kind of showing that, like how Japan was taking over. I was like, oh, shoot, that's kind of weird. I think it's a similar thing on the original movie too. Our corporations were taking over.
I just remember him flying. He had a backpack.
Yeah, I remember that, and I was like, what the fuck? The backpack had a turnip gun too? Some kind of laser cannon or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. It was weird.
And 8209s were there. They were in the army. Using them in the military. Yeah.
Oh, and they were using them as police escorts or something. I think I remember seeing where they were on the news and the 8209s fuck up again. They were like on their backs and they were doing their squealing. Like,
yeah, we'll get into categories. Oh, I forgot to do fact check time. So, you got any interesting facts about the movie?
there was something about his suit. I know.
Took 11 hours to get into.
Yeah, he actually hated getting into the suit.
Yeah.
And I think the first suit was it was hard for him to move around, so they had to cut pieces out of it and all the black stuff. It wasn't there before. It was then it became part of the suit, so he could actually move his arms and his legs because before he couldn't do it. But
Well, the
still,
scenes where he comes out of the car, it's always the top half because the bottom half is just wearing pants.
Yeah, that's right.
So he can get up out of the car.
Yeah, because he really hated that part of it. And the other part, I think I mentioned before, that his suit was based on a muscle car. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
So actually, yeah. So I got some facts. So the facts I got was, so the writers, they couldn't find names for some of the characters, so they used a formula. So all the doctors, all the scientists that work on Robocop, they're named after presidents.
Oh.
So there's George, there's Roosevelt. The actors that play the cops in Robocop, they're named after serial killers for some reason.
What?
Yeah.
They couldn't get creative with those names? Holy shit, serial killers?
Yeah. The other fact I got was Peter Weller. He wanted to get this part, so he won it over a whole bunch of actors that went for it, but he won it because he was small and because of his jawline. So he went about and practiced because he didn't know what the suit was going to be like. He spent the days wearing a full-on football.
Yeah, the football suit.
Yeah, the football suit, so he can practice like being like a robot.
Yeah,
because he was pretty serious. He was a pretty serious actor, so he wanted to do good for the film. But it was funny because when they put the real suit on him on the set, he couldn't even move anyway. So he said all that practice in the football suit was a waste of time. Because nothing worked anyway.
Yeah, I heard the vibe on that movie during the making and stuff was horrible.
Yeah,
everybody on the cast hated making that movie. They just wanted to finish it, but then in the end, it That's a fucking mean-ass movie.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get to the categories. So, the most iconic scenes. So, I got a few scenes here. And I'll read them out. And then if you want to add someone, you can add someone. And then we'll talk about a couple of them. So, first iconic scene, I got the 8209 introduction. And how it blows away McKinney.
Wow.
Then I've got Murphy, he gets shot.
Yeah.
And he actually dies. Well, technically he dies. Next one, Robocop POV when he's under construction.
Yep.
And his reveal.
Yeah.
Next one is Robocop's first night on patrol.
Yep.
So there's 3 scenes, three things that he does on his night on patrol. First night on patrol. Next one is Robocop's raid on the drug lab. Another iconic scene. Another scene here is Robocop versus ED209 in the OCP office, the first one.
Yeah.
And then the steel mill battle at the end.
Yeah. I had the acid incident accident. Help me.
So have you got anything else to add on to these?
I had the similar thing. Dick made the tape for Bob.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Clarence went to go deliver the message.
Let's talk about that scene. So Bob's getting on with these models, and man, they're not even shaking, they.
Yeah.
Maybe they were shaking when we were young, but
back in the day.
But when you watch them now, like, what the hell?
I was like,
especially
what?
the bigger one with the blonde hair.
They kind of remind me of WWE wrestlers.
Oh, really?
You know, like back in the day, but you know how the wrestler comes up and he has a chick on the side. It kind of reminded me of that, like Elizabeth with Macho Man Randy Savage. I was like, shit, they remind me of those.
But this is typical 80s corporate America. Like he's a guy. They do a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
Right. He's a corporate executive. Right. This is Wall Street kind of stuff. This is 80s corporate America. Right. It's a lot of cocaine, a lot of prostitutes. It's funny when Clarence walks in, he's just professional. He's just straight face, like just doing the job. The first thing he says is "bitches leave," and then the girls leave. Are you gonna call me? I'm gonna call. And she walks out, and then he starts shooting him in his legs, and Bob's going, "No, stop!" And then, you know what's cool? I noticed when he puts the video of Dick Jones on, it's a CD. Yeah. And I remember as a kid, because it's 87, DVDs haven't come out yet, right?
No.
I was thinking, damn, a movie on a CD.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking too when I was young.
So he plays the video, Dick Jones comes on. And then he puts out the grenade, and it's like a digital grenade.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I remember seeing, I know what grenades look like from Rambo and all that. So I knew this was the future. So I thought, oh, this is a future kind of grenade, you know. But I had when the timer was going down, it was like a digital timer.
Yeah.
I was like, that's like a alarm clock.
I just hated how he took the pin out with his tongue. I was like,
yeah.
ew, when I was young. I just remember that it stuck with me. Gross.
And then blows up and then see later, Bob.
You're fired. Like trying to get the grenade in, he's like, and then boom.
Yeah, Bob, he's a good character, I reckon.
Yeah, he's one of those characters like in a typical kind of trying to climb the ladder character in the business. And he was exactly like that. He saw the opportunity, and he saw when that Dick fucked up. He was like, yeah, I want to take this opportunity and get my Robocop project on the go.
Yeah.
And he did. He's one of those characters.
So you're talking about the scene before the first scene of the iconic scenes was the introduction to 8209.
Yeah.
And that's when he comes in. I gotta say, man, when I saw it, I remember the stop motion special effects like on Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, damn, there's no CGI back then. This was before CGI. So
there was kind of the same special effects. I remember when I used to watch Sinbad. No, not Sinbad.
Yeah.
Was it Sinbad?
Yeah. That's the old school special effects. Those days, the stop motion. So you know how it works? You know how it works?
No.
So they're miniatures. They're miniature models, and what the camera does, they put a camera in front of it, and it snaps a half a second shot, and then they move a part of the model, and then snap, then move another part, snap.
Oh,
when you put them all together, it's like it's moving.
Moving, but it's not It's kind of weird looking.
It's a model, but they got the
movement looks kind of jagged.
They move parts on the model, so they take a photo of it, and then when they put the photos together, it looks like it's moving. But it's only a model. But when they put it on they'll put it on the screen so it looks big, and the actual actors are at the back, but it's just in the front. But it's just like another. They just filmed it on another film, and they just joined the films together
and make it look like it's the same size.
Yeah, make it look like it's the same size.
Oh,
but it's two different films.
True.
If you watch Empire Strikes Back, you see the Imperial Walkers. It's the same thing.
Yeah, you can tell by their movements too. But on Robocop 8, they've done it really well. Because I remember there's old pirate shows like Sinbad and that. Man, those puppets look effed up. Like they were moving in weird ways, with especially the arms and stuff. I used to crack up at that, but I watched a lot of that with my auntie. Because she loved those movies.
Like Jason and the Argonauts with the...
Yeah, all those kind of movies. And there's effed up looking skeletons and stuff.
So the reason why I brought up this one, because 8209 comes out, and he looks intimidating. But man, when they kill Kenny, I watched the Channel 2 version, and it wasn't as gory as the video version. But the uncut version, that's overkill.
It kind of made me laugh because it was like, is the director taking the Mickey out of this? Like, the overkill of the... Man, it just went overboard. Like, the robot just kept on shooting that guy until he exploded. I was like, holy shit.
And then, someone get the paramedics. Don't touch her. Don't touch her.
Far out. I was just laughing at Bob and, is it Johnson? In the elevator.
Yeah,
afterwards. He goes, it's a shame about Kenny, isn't it? And then Bob goes, that's life in the big city. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell, man?
But no, this is what they're trying to tell us. This corporation, OCP, are fucking evil motherfuckers, man. They don't care about anything but the bottom line, man. Executives just got fucking massacre, ruin the model. And the old man, the boss, the old man, he's like, Dick, I'm very disappointed. And there's only a glitch. And he goes, do you know that glitch cost us $25K? Like, only cares about the money,
It's
don't worry about
that. Sit them back this much. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Because at this point, we're thinking, okay, are we on Bob's side? Because he's trying to get the Robocop thing. But he's also doing it for selfish reasons, right? He's doing it for his, like you said, he's trying to climb that corporate ladder. But he's also an asshole, right? Because remember when they were telling him, I think they were giving him advice before they went into the meeting. And Bob, he told Kenny to shut up or something like that, eh?
Yeah. I think it was until...
Who asked you, twerp?
Yeah, something like that.
Who asked you, twerp?
His mentality was like, nah, fuck it. I'm just going to go grab it.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, hey, watch out for Dick. He's a dangerous man or some shit like that. He's like, he's a type. He's a pussy, bro.
That's why he said, fuck Jones.
Yeah. And all the time, the man was dangerous.
We get introduced to Murphy, and he looks like a cool guy, a clean-cut guy. He gets sent down to, Metro West, where they're from.
Wow, the first day, eh?
First day on the job.
Fucking hell.
Gets changed. You notice the men and the women in the same changing rooms?
Yeah, that was out of it.
Similar to Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the thing is with that. There must be something in that.
It must be gender neutral kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter.
I think that's the kind of future I think the director thinks is going to happen in places like that, in places of work.
Yeah.
Where they're everything
Gender
would just
neutral.
be gender neutral. But apparently it's not heading that way. It's going the other way.
There's a thing that happens here where that comes up on one of the other categories, which I'll save for. But yeah, Murphy gets shot, and this is another scene that's pretty gory, pretty comical in terms of like, man, he's getting shot by all these pump actions, and he's just still standing there.
Still alive.
When I was a kid, I thought, oh man, that armor or that bulletproof vest must be strong as. That's what I thought as a kid. But even though the force of those pump actions would have forced them backwards, like he was just still standing there.
It still would have blown him away.
Exactly.
But he was like still. It was like he was taking jabs.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? That's a pump actions, man. And they like fully empty the clips, and he's still standing in front of them.
Yeah. And Neil's like, oh, he's still alive. And then Clarence comes and finishes off, just shoots him in the head. The next scene, the POV scene, man, this was one of the best scenes in the film, when, they're constructing them, and it's his point of view.
Yeah.
It fades to black, and then it comes on as a computer screen. But even the targeting part.
Yeah, that was
target.
Cool.
Target.
Yeah, follow.
Now playback. Now follow.
Yeah,
playback.
I was like, oh shit.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, first person perspective, I like the part where where they're fully introducing him, and then he walks past the TV screen. Did you see on the left? And you can kind of see his face, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, that was a decision I was reading about. That was a decision they wanted. They didn't want a full reveal straight away because they didn't want it to be like, oh, people to go, what the hell is that? But to make it like just a build up for his reveal, to show bits of him, and even the point of view part when his arm comes, and Bob goes, oh, it's just the arm, because remember Bob says, oh, the girl. Oh, we've managed to save the arm. Yes. Yeah. I thought we said we're gonna do this, lose the arm, and then the new arm comes, and he shakes the hand. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then explaining to him about how much pressure he can apply.
Yeah, that's right.
Up.
So I think this helps with the reveal. All these little things, like we see his point of view, the screen. So we say, oh man, cool. He's gonna. That's how he sees. Sees like a computer screen. And then they drill in the infrared.
Yeah.
Infrared.
But she even said at that time, a LED screen.
Oh yeah, LED screen and all that kind of stuff.
And I was like, whoa, shit! I didn't realize that. But,
so, damn. All that helps to bring up the build up for the reveal instead of giving it straight away.
Yeah.
Like, see, we see he's got a cool screen. He's got LED. We see that man is cool. He's gonna be cool. We see the arm come. Just the arm. Yeah. Break every bone in your body. We're like, oh man, it's got a cool arm. So already we're feeling like, oh man, this Robocop is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
It's building up because we've seen some cool stuff he has, and then when he goes past the screen, we're like, ooh, we only see the back little part of him on the screen, but we're like, ooh, man, without thinking, we just automatically think he's gonna look cool.
Yeah.
Because they've already told us all this other cool stuff that he's got. So that's a good way of letting us feel like it's not going to be like a, what the hell's that? Like, a bot.
Like E209.
Yeah. Like when
they introduced E209.
When E209 first comes out, we're like, hey.
Yeah, it's like a little dinosaur. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I was like, oh, it's like a little dinosaur. Exactly. It even sounds like a dinosaur.
So that is clever. Eh? That is clever.
And then they brought him to the police station. And I remember the sergeant having the argument with with Bob, going, "Hey, you can't do this." And then all of a sudden, you hear that kind of humming noise of the robot, and you can hear it, but the walking sound.
Yeah.
And then the sergeant's going like, "What the?" And everyone's like, "Oh, what's that?" And then they try and follow it around to get a good look at Murphy. I was like, "Oh, that's mean." I like that part. That was one of my favorite scenes too.
Then we go to his first night on patrol.
Yo.
The guy in the 7-Eleven. Fuck me.
Yeah, he got wasted.
Those two rapists.
That was pretty cool too, how he turned the guy was kind of going to running, and then he turned around and kind of gave him like a back up.
Close line.
Oh shit!
Close line.
Man.
Thank you for your cooperation. So the two the rapist dudes shoots him in the balls.
He's gonna kill her. He's gonna kill her.
And then the mayor guy. The guy that's got the mayor hostage, and he wants a car.
Yeah, I want a car.
Seats.
Yeah, I want this. I want that.
I want the city to pay for it all.
I want my old job. I was like, what? You can't get your old job after this, bro. You're going to jail. See, lucky Robocop doesn't shoot your dick off.
Shit. It's funny because you know how Robocop gets him through the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened on Batman. On Batman. Batman does the same thing.
Yeah, I think there was a homage to that. Like, after seeing that, there's a few movies that's had that in their movies where the hero goes through the wall and grabs the bad guy. But that was like, oh shit, you can do that. So, man.
The drug raid scene.
Bro, that was like when you full on went on, like, just autopilot with the targeting system, man. I started cracking up with how he was just like looking away and shooting people.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? But I was like, oh, that's right, he's a cyborg. Shit. That was a
cool scene with Clarence, just throwing him through the glass. But you know what? How you know Clarence, he gives up Dick Jones straight away.
Yeah, pretty. That's what I was saying. I was gonna say that he dropped nuts pretty fast there. Like he let the ball roll, man. He went really fast. I think he's kind of new to the situation.
There's another guy. His name's Dick Jones.
He's OCP. He's OCP. I was like, cracking up.
OCP runs the cops. You're a cop.
You're a cop.
Yes, I am a cop.
Like, Murphy should have just kicked him in the balls.
Then Robocop tries to arrest Dick Jones, and it fails. He's got that
Directive 4.
Directive 4. Can't arrest the officer of OCP.
That was kind of sneaky, by Dick putting that in.
Then we get the Itu and I can't walk down the stairs.
Bro. Fuck, when I saw that, I couldn't stop laughing. I was going, oh shit, that's right, his feet. They're a bit fucked up. They're not made for walking up and down stairs. So, oh my gosh.
And then all the cops come and shoot him up and down at the car park. And then Lewis rescues him, takes him back to a steel mill.
When I first saw that, at the car park, when the scene with the cops, I actually thought he was going to die.
Mm.
And I was upset at that scene when I was there.
Yeah.
No. Like, shit.
And then we see Clarence meet up with the gang again, and they got new guns. Those big guns you say on the game too. They're on the game, eh?
Yeah, one shot kills, eh?
Yeah.
Fuck.
There's one shot.
Guns, man. They look like sniper guns with like a big ass box on the top. And they were like shooting them around on the street.
And then the black guy, I think his name is Joe.
Fuck, I hate that black dude.
With the loud mouth.
Yeah, man.
So he gets remember, because I think the number one car that day was the 6000 SUX, and Clarence, he's got one.
Yeah.
But then Joe comes with his one, and Clarence is like, hey man, I'm the only one that has one, and he blows it up.
He was laughing about it, didn't even give a shit.
Yeah.
Even Joe stole that car from the depot anyway.
Yeah. Also picked up that Clarence gave those guns a name. State of the art, bang bang.
It's a matter of it seems that Clarence.
Yeah.
Bit of a eats can.
But even that last battle, Emil, he dies in the toxic waste.
Yeah, that was one of my out of it scenes.
When that guy gets shot in the start of it, eh? He's out. He gets shot twice.
Did you see that part? There was that part when they pull up to the factory, and then he comes out and he's like shouting.
Yeah.
And Clarence says, "Shut the fuck up." I was like, "Yeah, man, shut the fuck up, bro. That's too much." It's like, holy cow, man.
He got told off.
Yeah, he got told off.
He gets shot. Yeah, that was pretty brutal way. Especially when I think it was Lewis chasing after Clarence in the car.
Yeah.
They crash, and then Lewis gets out of the car, and Clarence shoots her away.
Yeah.
And she falls down the side there. He's gonna end her with a last shot, but then Murphy shows up, but then the other guy, Leon, he dumps the steel on him, and man, when I watched that, I thought, damn,
that's it. It's over.
It. But no,
and he managed to survive that.
He's still there, and Clarence comes in. Wow.
So, damn.
Tries to stab him. Even when he put the iron through his chest, Robocop's chest, I thought that was the end.
Yeah.
Robocop comes with his computer interface, stabs him, and it's over.
Did you see the amount of blood that came out of that?
Yeah.
That was like crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, that was a lot of blood. Well, it was like more blood than the 8-9 malfunction.
I remember right at the end when Robocop kills Dick Jones. I thought that was clever. Because I was thinking, I didn't know how he was going to get out of the directive.
Yeah.
When the old man said, "You're fired."
Yeah.
And the directive went away.
Disappeared. Because the old man already knew. Because I think that's why when he came in and he mentioned that he can't arrest the OCP member, then I think the old man was recognized. Oh, and then when the old man realized what was going on, he was like, "Oh, okay, I need to fire this guy so this cop can take him in or take him down."
Yeah,
took him down, all right.
Then he shoots him and is dead. And then I was surprised when the movie just cuts off.
Yeah, that surprised me
like,
too.
What was your name, son? Looks Murphy, and that's it.
I was like, hey, it's not the movie.
That's it. That's a good movie, man. Good movie. Okay, out of all these scenes, let's do All Eyes on Me scene. Your favorite scene? Pick one.
Probably is while he's getting built. I think that would probably be my favorite scene.
Yep, I put that too, man. That was my favorite scene. When he's getting built, his point of view.
Yeah.
Under construction and reveal. Yeah, man, that's a cool scene, man. Especially while he's seen, like when they have that New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, that was crack up.
They're all drunk.
Like, oh, look, hey, he's awake.
He's watching.
Yeah, was one of the operators, the check gave him a New Year's kiss.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. And then he had his reveal the next day or whatever. That was cool. I think now that I understand the scene a bit more because I'm older, I got more appreciation for that scene as well. I was like, "Fuck, that's mean how they did it." I understand it a bit more, from being Robocop's point of view.
Now the other side of it, the guy Kelly scene, the worst or annoying scene.
It'll probably be the 8-9 scene.
Which one?
I think that was overkill, especially on the uncut version.
Which one?
I was like, the 8-9 where he goes bonkers on the guy.
Oh, he kills Kenny.
Yeah, and it's just like full on rips into him and then just carries on ripping into him on the model.
I like that scene.
Man, it went on for ages. I was like, holy shit.
That was the best part about it.
Yeah, I know. I found it funny, but I was like, oh shit. Kind of went a bit too far. I was going to say the acid scene, but I don't know.
That's another good scene.
It's a unique scene. It's something that opened my eyes back when I was young. I was like, oh, fuck, really? I remember Leon, when you saw his mate again, he was coming around the corner, and he goes, oh, don't touch me, man.
Don't touch me, man.
And he's like looking at him about running away. He's like, help me.
Then he gets run over. My guy Kelly was... You know what? I didn't like that scene when Emil's filling up his bike and he's mocking the guy in the...
Oh, at the petrol station.
And then Robocop shows up. You're dead. We killed you.
Yeah, I was like, how can you get that from that one scene? Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Like, oh shit. Any cop can say that.
Yeah, I don't like that scene for some reason. I just thought, I don't know, just even when I was a kid, rewatching this movie all the time, like this is my least favorite.
Oh, true.
Maybe that one in the nightclub scene.
Yeah, I don't really like the nightclub scene either.
Yeah. All right. going upstairs TMO scene. A scene you need to watch in slow motion.
Again, I want to say it's the 809. With them shooting Kenny. Doom, doom, doom. Can you imagine that Matrix style? Or even when Murphy gets shot. That would be brutal. Watching it slow mo. I could be like in the Matrix, but instead of dodging the bullets, the guy gets wasted.
I picked when a mule gets splattered by Clarence's car.
Oh, fuck!
I'll slow that down.
Oh, man. Watching it at normal speed was bad enough, bro. Holy shit. You see all the liquid that came out of that guy? It was like a sponge of juice. When Clarence hit him, it just exploded. I was like, what the fuck?
Next, got hidden gems. Any scenes you picked up now you didn't understand or notice back then? Yeah, I found two, when I watched it. I didn't pick up before, but it was kind of interesting. So the first one was a funny one. There's a cop, a black cop her name is Ramirez. She's the one that says, "Oh, there he is. It's Super Cop."
Oh, that's right. At the gun, when they're doing the gun stuff, eh?
But the part when Robocop gets out of a seat and just leaves.
Yeah.
And the scientists are panicking. And the girl scientist, she's looking for the guy with the glasses. His name is Roosevelt. That's a president. So you know how all the scientists are named after a president?
Yeah.
He's chatting up that
Ramirez,
the cop girl.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got his arm like on the wall, talking to her like this.
Yeah, I remember that. And then he starts panicking and tells the girl to ring Bob.
Yeah. But I just thought that's funny, man. I never picked it up because I probably never understood that. But he was so chatting her up,
Yeah. That's a good one.
With the arm on the wall.
Yeah.
There's that one. And the other one I picked up was... So OCP actually set up Murphy to die because they transferred him. And he said, I got transferred down here. And they said, oh, yeah, well, they've been transferring heaps of guys down here. So OCP's been transferring, or Bob's been transferring cops down there to hopefully die so they can make him into...
Robocop,
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so...
Damn.
They asked Murphy why he came down. They said to Metro West. And he, oh no, they told me to come down. And then they said, oh yeah, we've been getting heaps of guys coming down to Metro West.
But
so,
you remember that his first day, they already cleaned out a closet of a cop that recently died.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. They're like, it's like a weekly thing. And
Rodriguez or something? Is it?
Yeah, Frank somebody.
They were
talking about him on, they were talking about him on the news.
Because he was on the news.
The guy goes, good luck. Or was it, we wish you the well or something? I was like, what?
Yeah.
It was kind of weird sense of humor.
There's another thing this movie has, a whole bunch of stereotypes, Because you know when the captain walks in and the guy at the back with the box, his name is Cecil?
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Glasses,
that's
the
right.
nerdy guy?
Yeah. He was the one that was trying to stop Robocop inside that...
Yeah. But he's a stereotypical nerd office worker guy. He looked the part, like a nerd dude. And the black captain, he goes, oh, any donations, give to Cecil as usual. So it's a normal thing, people dying. Next one, Selwyn Cobo Award for the favorite quote in the movie.
I must go. Somewhere there's a crime happening.
Yes. That's a good one.
I was like, what is this like Jedi?
Somewhere there's a crime happening.
When I first heard that and someone say that to Lewis, I was like, what the hell? But now when I see it over and over again, it's crack up.
I got the usual. I got the famous ones. I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah.
Dead or Alive, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
But even the one when in the TV show on the TV news, that's Lisa Gibbons, the girl from that used to do That's Entertainment Tonight.
Oh, true.
The blonde girl that's on the news.
Yeah, with the Asian guy.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And they're the news reporter of Robocop seeing those kids. Have you got any message to the kids? Stay out of trouble.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, that's a good thing to say too.
Sweet. Civil Rights Award, most overacted seen by an actor.
Bro, that black dude, man.
Who?
Yeah. Oh no, one of Clarence's boys, bro.
Joe.
That black, the loudmouth.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with I don't know what kind of. Man, I don't know what the actor was thinking.
Did you pick the scene when he's got told off?
Yeah, that, and it's just this loud laughing and stuff.
When they were shooting, Murphy was like, "Did it hurt? Did it hurt?"
like it's playtime.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What's
your one?
My one, I had the two rapist dudes.
Oh yeah.
Because they're like, I don't know. When you heard what they were saying,
it was kind of,
it was kind of out of it.
Like when they go, I got money, and they go, we don't want your money.
Yeah.
We want you. And then the stuff with the hair, like, they cut the hair, and they this hair down there, and then they go.
Yeah.
I was like, what are these guys
That's
on,
right, man? That's right, man.
What are these guys on?
That's what I get. That's my every award, man. To those
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You knew exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, man. I thought that I was just over the top. The David Tour Award. This is the character you want to knock out.
Oh yeah, I got one in mind.
Who?
The SWAT commander.
Oh yeah.
The one that said fire.
Yeah. yeah, man.
Fuck, motherfucker.
And he was the guy at the mayor's office there outside.
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah. And remember, wasn't Murphy just goes, keep on talking.
Oh yeah.
Inside the booty. I was like, crackle.
Oh, yeah, man. He's a good guy on the knockout too.
Fuck yeah, bro. When he said fire, I was like, bro. And the rest of the teammate, the OCP, I mean, the Detroit Police Force, they're like, I can't shoot him. He's one of us. But just my orders. Defeat.
I picked Ramirez when she says it's Super Cop. Like, I thought, like, what a feel boss, man. Hey, I didn't even know the name, eh? Straight away.
Just call it Super Cop.
Just straight away, eh? Look at Super Cop. Shut up.
And I can hear the guys, talking about it. Yeah, I thought that was funny too. Super Cop.
Okay, next one, Michael Meredith Award for Best Food in the Movie.
The baby food?
No, the baby food. I got that too. The baby food. Wonder how he shits.
Well, I don't know, but probably comes out come out somewhere. They probably got a tube or something connected to him.
What's the score? Your favorite song, music score in the movie, and the scene it appears in?
His first night, when he's driving the car, that part, and down memory lane in the house.
Oh yeah,
the remix.
Music, eh?
It was like a remix of the first night song score, but it kind of dramatic turn.
And then at the end, when he's angry and he's going for the hallway before he smashes the TV screen.
Yeah, I crack up at his
the
mouth.
The music changes, eh?
Yeah. To follow his emotions.
Yeah.
I was cracking up at his mouth when he did, like how he looks at the screen and he just puts his fist in it.
Yeah.
But his mouth is doing that funny.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
So the guy that the composer was a guy named Basil Poledouris. He also did Conan the Barbarian, Hunt for the Red October, and did Starship Troopers as well.
He did Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good score, eh?
By crumb. One of my favorites.
Especially man, I love the beginning, how the fire of the sword comes up.
Yeah.
And it goes with the music.
Yeah, hard up.
Oh, that's mean. Next category, Netflix and chill. Should this be a TV series?
I
say yes.
It was, and it didn't do too well.
Yeah. I think they should remake it.
I don't know how it could have. I don't know how you could make this into a TV series though.
Make it as good as the movie, the first movie.
Yeah.
Okay, next category, we've got The Immortals. Does this movie stand the test of time? And pick some scenes that don't stand up.
The nightclub scene.
Nightclub scene because of the music.
The only funny thing about the nightclub scene is when when he was getting dragged out? Was it Leon? He was getting dragged out and Murphy just grabbed a whole bunch of hair. I was cracking up.
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking funny.
I actually got does this movie stand up? I say yes. Themes do. Because this is the first time. I think I was saying that before. The corporations were the first time we see them as being an evil entity. Yeah.
Yeah.
People that don't give a fuck.
This is one of the first movies that did that.
Yeah.
Like you were saying before, how you never had the. We're always used to seeing the bad guy, but now there's a bad guy and another bad guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like there was one bad guy that was doing the work, and the other bad guy was actually pulling the strings.
Well, we always have a mastermind there, mastermind guy.
And
this is a mastermind that was in charge of a corporation, and this is the first time I think that we see in the workplace a company like that does evil stuff, evil things. They don't care about humans.
Yeah,
like,
it was mainly for profit.
It's just for profit,
Yeah.
And they don't give a fuck. They walk over anyone. So I think in terms of themes like that still holds up, eh?
Yeah.
The story still holds up.
It's still relevant today too.
The thing that doesn't hold up for me is the stop motion. I wish this was in CGI. And when they did the remake, they should just remade it word for word, scene by scene. They should just did the same part one.
They kind of
upgraded with this technology.
They kind of I could see they're trying to get some influence from like the Asian side of things, because the Robocop kind of looked like something from anime.
Huh.
Like the old Japanese animes I used to watch, they were kind of leaning towards that, but they should have just kept it the OG.
Yeah, I think that's me. Like, I think it still stands up except for the stop motion.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. When you see that stop motion now, it's like, oh, okay. So
Next
I remember
category.
that was Sinbad.
Next category, 6-man award, the best performance in the movie in a supporting role. Okay, I had Miguel Ferreira. He played Bob Morton. Bro, I reckon he did a good job playing Bob, eh?
Yeah.
Because, man, he was an asshole, and he played a really good asshole. You know the scene when he's, like, taking charge, when Robocop takes off? And and Bob comes back and tells all the scientists off?
Ah, yes.
And then when Lewis comes, and he tells her off?
Yeah, that's right.
His product. Like, that scene, like, when he's in charge like that, man, that's good performance. But even when he's, like, in the beginning, when he's talking to the black dude.
Oh, Johnson?
Yeah, Johnson.
But that guy's
Kenny.
like a ballbuster, eh? Kind of.
Yeah. Even when he's in the bathroom, when Dick Jones hears him
he's
talk shit about him. But that whole scene when he's shaking Robocop's hand, and then when he looks, and he's just massaging his hand while he's looking at Robocop, going, yeah, I like that. Yeah. Those little parts, man. I love those little details, eh? Especially when he goes and sees him, goes, yo, what did he say? You're a bad motherfucker. Like
that's right.
Yeah. And then the reveal, when he's clapping, like, you can tell he's real proud of what he's done.
Yeah. Because I think he knows that, like, his project is a lot more sensible than Dick's. I can't help saying Dick's name, eh?
Richard Jones.
But you know that scene with them, the one you just touched on with Bob and them in the bathroom. Did you realize that Dick didn't wash his hands? And then he touched Bob's hair. If the guy was actually taking the shit, man, and he touched Bob's hair, he was like threatening him with his dirty hands.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Miguel Ferreira, he did a good job as Bob Morton. He came on, I saw him again in Traffic, the movie Traffic.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He was the Mexican cartel dude, eh?
Yeah, he never really got any other big roles, eh?
I see he's passed away. I see he passed away.
Oh.
Yeah. He's cousins to George Clooney.
Oh, shit, true.
Yeah.
Runs in the family.
So George Clooney's auntie is married to his dad.
Oh, true.
Yeah. One of his 3 wives. Next award, the Reuben Dawn Award for the weakest link performance in the movie. Who had a bad performance?
That black dude and your 2 rapists.
I have to not agree with you.
Okay.
The black dude, I think that's his character.
Yeah.
But this is the reason why I chose my Ruben Thorne Award for the weakest link. Those rapist dudes, they're supposed to be like that, but they could have.
The dialogue was
did
gay.
a better job. Yeah, dialogue could have been better. But I picked Ray Wise, who acted as Leon.
Oh, okay.
Because out of all the bad guys in Clarence's crew, to me he didn't really offer much. Because he was like, he gave up Clarence when he at the nightclub.
Yeah.
Straight away, he acted like a bitch when Robocop dragged him out. He doesn't really come across as any character thing. He's just a smiley guy that's there, like an extra dude.
And he third party Murphy at the end. Like, he did a cheap shot. Good point of view.
He's scared of Emil. When Emil comes, doesn't even help him. He goes, "Oh, get away from me, man." He tried to kill Robocop point blank and misses.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You know that part?
Yeah.
When he fires the gun?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
State of the art, bang bang, right in front and misses.
And the thing was only walking.
Yeah. And then where does he go? He runs off. And then just go up to Robocop and shoot him. Anyway. Yeah, it didn't offer much, really. So, yeah, picked him as my weakest link performance. For a character with a bunch of dudes in the crew, like Emil.
Yeah.
He had the character. Joe, he was loud, but he's still a character.
Yeah.
The Asian guy, he was the serious dude.
Yeah, he didn't say much.
So who was Ray Wise? Who was Leon? Didn't have really much to offer with his henchmen. His
character he just reminded me of a mafia person that wasn't supposed to be in the movie. Yeah. I thought he was like the wrong type of character that was in that movie. Like he was supposed to be in a mafia movie.
Well, he ends up to be in Housewives, eh?
Oh, okay.
One of the husbands in Housewives. Next category, SPW Switching Codes Award. Which character would be a mean rugby or rugby league player in what position? I chose Bob Morden, but not as a rugby player, as a rugby coach.
Oh.
I thought that line he had in the elevator, well, that's what you do, Johnson.
You see the
opening, you go for it.
Yeah.
He fumbled the ball. I was there to pick it up.
He always had
that line right
something to say. Yeah, I didn't have one. I was just like, man, anybody could be a rugby player in this movie.
Pick Robocop to be the mascot. Loose ends. Storylines in the movie that end, but you assume what might happen next.
Loose ends?
Not really, because we have a sequel, Robocop 2 and then Robocop 3.
Yeah, it kind of shows the rest of it, eh?
Yeah.
This...
movie trades. Would you swap any actor out of this movie for another actor to make it a better movie?
No way. All the bad guys are good. I don't know if I would want to swap a actress with Lewis either. I reckon she did a good job too.
Yeah,
I mean, you could get a mean-ass Jagan one, but why would you?
I think only thing that you could do is give Leon more of a character.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, but I don't think
I don't think it would do much.
Yeah, it won't do much. Yeah, you're right. Rookie of the Year, an actor who was unknown at the time of the movie but became famous later on.
But I was looking through the list when I was looking at this, and not really of them made that many movies, eh? And that's going right across the board, except for the guy that acts as Johnson.
Oh yeah,
because at that same year he did Beverly Hills Cop, eh? And Total Recall. In the same year. Because he acted as a corporate Mongol as well in Total Recall as well. Being things like business partner. Quaid's business partner.
Yeah. I put Kurtwood Smith down.
Kurtwood Smith, which...
Because he's, the guy that played Clarence. Because he becomes famous. He gets more noticeable on that 70s show.
Yeah, that's where I recognized him from. But, I noticed him in a few movies that year. I was just like, whoa, shit, that guy's skiing around. He plays a good bad guy anyway. And you can see he enjoys the roles. Yeah, the one I just mentioned there.
Johnson.
Yeah.
I picked, what they've seen in the drug lab? There's a guy there that's in heaps of action movies that gets killed. He's a fat guy with a mustache.
The one that was behind the cell, on his left side, eh? Is it that guy?
He's a big guy. He's got a white guy. He's got a mustache.
He's quite biggish, chubbyish.
Yeah.
I think it's the guy, because I recognize him. I see him in a few movies too.
Yeah.
There was a I can't remember if it was an Arnold movie. I don't know.
I'm trying to recall when he gets killed in the little space.
Yeah, I think
those worker dudes.
I think it's also Raw Deal. I think I saw. I need to watch Raw Deal again now. Now you piqued my interest. Man, that's one of my other favorite movies, Raw Deal. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Any Easter eggs in the movie? Yeah. You know that meme when he's pointing? You see it on social media all the time. He's sitting on the couch and then he points. You see something on TV.
Oh yeah, that's right. With Brad Pitt, the Brad Pitt character on I forgot that movie.
And he whistles, eh?
Yeah. And he's like pushing the TV screen.
Yeah. So there's moments when that happens, when you see something that you recognize, like an Easter egg or something.
I don't know. I can't think of one.
I'll go on.
Okay.
When Robocop brings out his interface out of his fist.
Yeah.
And he puts it in the computer to find the information.
Yeah.
R2-D2.
Oh, shit, that's right. Fuck.
I was thinking of R2-D2 and that happened. I was like, oh, that's R2-D2.
I was trying to figure out where the hell are you going with this? Then when you say R2-D2. Fuck. That's right. Son of a bitch.
All right, next one. Stephen Crichton Intercept. A prop or clothing item from the movie you want to take home.
His gun?
Yeah, I got that too. Man, that's a cool gun. It's like a machine gun, handgun.
There was an actual name to it too. I forgot the name of the blade thing. Or Auto 9 or something. I was like, shit, man, really?
Damn. Auto 9.
Because that bloody thing was, the bullets were like separated in threes or something. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, it was an awesome gun anyway.
The thing I liked about it the most is how he can stick it in his leg.
Yeah.
Man, that's so cool. So now I'm coming out with the sound effects. Holy shit.
There's a TJ laser spinning the gun.
Yeah. That was cool too.
Any Sky Towers of any actors in this movie? I reckon it's Peter Weller's Sky Tower for a movie, man.
Yeah, he did a good job in this.
I think this is best ever in his career in my eyes.
Yeah,
I know he's done a lot of other stuff. Like he did Naked Lunch, which is a famous movie off a famous book. It's a drama. And then he's done other things that are pretty unknown, but never hardly watched. But man, I just remember him from Robocop, man. So I think this is his Sky Tower of movies in his whole career. Eh?
Yeah, I liked him on Star Trek. Like he played a villain on there, and I was like, oh shit, he was a good villain too.
So you compare the two, Robocop or that villain? What do you think he's better?
I would prefer him as Robocop, but his other role that I see him as is in Star Trek as well.
Yeah,
because man, he was a good villain on there.
I might give it to Kurtwood Smith too. Sky Tower for villains. He was a pretty good villain.
I don't see other Sky Tower.
Any other actors or? I got Peter Weller and Kurtwood Smith. The other Sky Tower I got is for anything in the movie that deserves to be a Sky Tower. Anything.
The highest kill rate at the time?
Nah, there's more kills in other movies. But speaking about kills, Kenny's death is, I think it's a Sky Tower of how many times you can show someone get hit by bullets.
I thought Robocop was one of the highest kill rated movies back in 87.
Do you reckon?
But in those days.
Well, I think of Commando. He killed heaps of soldiers.
Didn't Rambo 3 come out that time too?
Don't know.
Or Rambo 3 or Rambo 2?
But I don't think it's the most kills. But definitely my Sky Tower for, man, showing someone get machine gun for so long. That was extra long.
Man, and just the pounds and pounds of bullets that was going into the guy.
Yeah, I've never seen anything in any movie. Probably, I got the Sky Tower, in my opinion, for the best POV scene. Point of view scene. Because there's heaps of point of view scenes in other movies. Like,
that's the best.
Like, you know, Untouchables, when Sean Connery, his death scene, when the guy, you just follow him, sneak into his house, and look for him?
I barely remember that. I remember. I think the guy sees him, and then Sean Connery's character kind of goes off in another room, and then he finally catches up to him.
Yeah, he gets machine gunned by Frank Nitty, who's outside waiting. So there's that point of view scene. There's another point of view scene on Halloween. Oh, Michael Myers at the beginning of Halloween when he's going through the house and kills his sister.
Yeah,
that's a POV scene. But I think this POV scene for Robocop is pretty cool because it's got special effects like the drilling of the LED into his vision, the targeting, the playback. It's just cool, man, and just the context around what's happening, like what he sees, like the New Year's party, and just the reveal, the plastic over his face, and the corporate reveal as well. Yeah. I think it's one of the best POV scenes in any movie. So that's my Sky Tower, I think. Yeah, is it the Sky Tower of firing squads? Heaps of action movies where you have a whole bunch of guys lined up with guns and they're just shooting a house or shooting a shed or shooting someone. Yeah, like on Predator where they shoot the jungle. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's up there. So the scene when all the cops in the car park are shooting at Robocop. Is this the Sky Tower of all those scenes of any movie, every single movie? Yeah, I think it is. Do you reckon? Because he took a shitload of bullets, bro. I know, but is that scene as good as any other scene in movies? What else? That has the same thing. I'm trying to think of all the movies that I like that. I think Predator beats it. Yeah, but Predator beats it. They didn't hit anything. Oh, they did hit the Predator, but only one time. I'll tell you why Predator 1 beats it. Because of the shot of them firing. Their arms, the muscly arms, and the straight face, and the professionalism. It looks mean ass, man. It looks badass. And they got big ass guns, man. I reckon because you know how when Robocop comes out of the door, and then the SWAT team goes absolutely nuts on him, and then pieces of his armor start breaking off with the bullets. That's why I reckon it gets its value from. Because it was so emotional with him trying to crawling on the ground, and he's just getting fired upon, and it's just all the bullets are just ricocheting off his armor, but it's taking the piece of it all the time. And it's just wearing him down and down and down to if they carried on, they probably would have killed him. You know what? You convinced me because you said it's emotional, and I remember being emotional seeing Robocop on his hands and knees, trying to escape. I couldn't believe that the bullets were actually like hurting him. This was like far out, and he was taking all those bullets. I haven't seen a good guy. I haven't seen a hero take that many bullets and survive. Nice. I don't even think Predator could take that many bullets. Only backtrack. One thing I want to add to the Immortals, pick some scenes that don't stand up, is Dick Jones's death scene. Oh, when he fell out the window. He's falling out the window. What the hell is that? Yeah, because he looks fake as, man. And you didn't even see the end of it, eh? See, it kind of pans back his arms look bigger than... His arms look longer than his legs. Fuck, I think you're right, eh? I'll have a look at it again, watch it, man. That doesn't stand up, man. True. I mean, okay, you know when we talk about Sky Towers of bad guys falling out the window? To me, the Sky Tower of bad guys falling out the window is Die Hard. Yes. Simon Says. No, Simon. That's Die Hard with a Vengeance. No. It's Oh yeah, it's his brother. It's his brother. Yeah, it's his brother. Hans. Is it Hans? Hans Gruber. Fast, I remember the name. Hans Gruber. Man, we got to do that one too, bro. Yeah. So that's Sky Tower of falling out the bad guys falling out the window. Yeah, there was. There's heaps of movies. Bad guys falling out the window. But that's the best. Man, that Dick Jones falling out the window. That's the worst, man. You watch it, man. That's like. Fuck, that's right. Because when I watched it, I just after I finished watching it, that's where I stopped it because I didn't watch the rest of it. But I remember just thinking to myself, he looked kind of weird falling out that window. And then it's his arms, man. Look at his arms. It's longer than his legs. Oh, true. I want to watch that. I want to watch it after this. Again. Last category I got here, man. Overtime. When the movie ends, what happens the next day?
What, in the movie?
What do you think happens the next day?
Man, Robocop gets an upgrade. Gets upgrade, OCP, gets rid of the 809s.
Yeah. That's pretty much what happened there when you watched part 2.
Yeah, they kind of already transitioned into using the 809s as like just traffic warden type cops. So it's like, oh, okay. And they just, they upgraded Murphy.
Another thing I want to point out, I forgot to say, was, the Robocop's first night on patrol?
Yep.
I think I already said today, that's a typical superhero movie, because it happened on Superman the movie, when Superman
first comes out,
his first night, he does all those he stops a robbery, he saves Lois from the helicopter, and he saves the cat from the tree.
Yeah, that's right.
Old lady.
That was his first night, eh?
Yeah, and a few superhero movies have that, eh?
Yeah.
Your first night, they show them do some crime stopping stuff, and that's the same as Robocop. So yeah, sweet man, that's us, man.
Yo,
man.
That was fun.
One of the best movies. Come out in the 80s, man. Yeah, enjoyed it. Any last words?
Let's bring the next one, mate. Can't wait. I think we just mentioned. Yeah, I think we just mentioned our next one. Die Hard.
Yeah.
Wow, right.
Oh, yeah.
McClane.
John McClane.
Yeah.
We should do a draft. The action heroes named John.
Holy shit, true.
John McClane, John Wick,
Jesus.
John Matrix, John Rambo.
Oh my gosh, too many Johns.
Sweet man, that's us for another episode of the Late Returns Film Review. Catch us on our website www.weswesnet.com. Also catch our videos on our YouTube channel, the WesWes Movies and TV. Thanks Eric for jumping on.
Thank you, bro.
See you again on the next one.